Hi, my name is Kate Stone and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I do. I'm going to show you some of the things that I've made and then describe to you how you can use some materials to make some similar things. So what I do is I add touch sensitivity to everyday objects using conductive ink. So my team and we print conductive ink stickers that you can get from our website that you can laminate onto a poster, a book cover, floor, a table. I've even put one in my baseball cap. And there are some control modules that are regular circuit boards that you press onto the conductive ink sticker and laminate on your own graphic that you can print out, design and print out. And then that will add touch sensitivity to those surfaces. So this is something that we did with a company in New York called Ant Food, and they designed these really awesome graphics and made some sounds. So when you touch these, they trigger the audio loops. And then you can change the audio loops. And then you touch the characters.
I breathe gasoline and I rap on the threes. No one around is as slender as me. I dare you to count pretty 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then you can switch out the character.
I'm a star. I got mad soul. You're small like a tadpole. You wanna act tough, wanna act swole. Your bright future's getting sucked in a black hole. I'm a henchman from another dimension. Tingle dongle, tingle dongle, tingle dongle, tingle dongle, ting tong, tingler, slurpy, fresh meat, fresh blood, everything feels rubber, everything feels so right.
Okay, that's kind of fun. I get carried away with that. This is something we made for DJ Kuba. Posters, obviously, they play sound when you touch them. What we did for DJ Kuba is we made his album cover, and then inside were these paper-thin DJ decks that are and Bluetooth. So they Bluetooth to your smartphone, so you can scratch, crossfade, and be a DJ with a piece of paper. So I tend to travel the world and DJ to thousands of people. I DJ for 1 minute because I'm a DJ, and I tell my kids that on paper I'm the best DJ in the world. We made this notebook. We call it the Songwriters Notebook, and the idea is the songwriter can write their notes for their lyrics in their book, and then inside there's a fold-out Bluetooth keyboard, so whilst they're making notes, they can make some notes, because notebooks were supposed to play notes. So that's fun. And it's Bluetooth MIDI, so it can connect to GarageBand or Ableton or whatever music software you use on a Mac or on an Android phone or on an iPhone. And then this is something we did at a workshop for TED. And so this is the TED sort of attendee book, and we did a workshop where the attendees could cut a hole in the book, laminate on a conductive ink sticker, then laminate on a graphic which is the same as the original graphic that was on here, and then take one of our control modules, press that on the back, and then when you touch the touch points, it connects to an app on a smartphone. So I will show you that here. So we press the book on the inside of the book. That makes a little light start to flash, and then we open an app on the phone. So we have an app called Player, and that scans and detects the book, and then when you touch the book,
the club isn't the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is where I go.
So I tried to do
Me and my friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast and then we talk slow. Come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop and find the man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now
so I remixed the main loop, and then created some other loops in Ableton, and then had some one-shots.
Sing it like girl, you sing it like girl, you know I want your love.
I get very carried away with these things. So I'll describe a little bit more about how we do this. As I said before, we print these conductive ink stickers. So this is actually 3 stickers on one sheet, two small ones, and then one larger one. And this is sticky on this side, and it has a peelable backing layer, so it's actually sticky on the other side. And then you can laminate that to something like a piece of foam board, or this is a piece of corrugated plastic, and we cut a hole in it, and then you laminate this on, and then you can see here the hole that we've cut, and you can also see the conductive ink on the other side. So you peel this layer off, and then take the control module and press that on the back, and this control module has pads on the back that form 1/2 of a capacitor. The conductive ink on here forms the other half of the capacitor, and so when you press this on here, the voltage can jump from the pads on this PCB along the tracks and add capacitive touch to this. You can then peel off this front layer and print out your own graphic that you just hand laminate on, and you design your graphic to match with the touch points. You don't have to use all the touch points, you just choose which touch points you want to use in your design. And then I'll show you something else that I've done before. So this has the audio control module pressed on the back, the speaker, which is an actuator that turns the whole surface of this poster into a speaker, and the battery pack. And when you touch
11,
the poster,
6,
it will say the numbers.
10, 9.
And so you note down those numbers, so you know which touch point is triggering which sound. And then we have some software that runs on a PC or on a Mac that allows you to choose what sounds go where. So first of all, you add the touch points you want, so you drag in the touch points you want to use, so whatever numbers it says, you drag them in or add all of them in. You click add sounds, you browse to your sound library and add the sounds. Then you click design, and here it will show you the touch points that you've selected. You choose what a touch point does. There's a little menu pops down, but it's not appearing on your screen. So you can choose if a button is a play button or a mix button, so it'll mix the sound over whatever sound's already playing, or it can be a loop button. You can also make them volume controls as well. And then you take your sounds and you drop them onto the touch points, and then you click create, and there's a little create button under there, and when you click that, it creates a binary file that you save onto a micro SD card, and then you put that into the micro SD card slot on the board, and the module will grab that, dump that into flash. You take the micro SD card out, and then that is this board now programmed with your sounds and the right sounds associated with the right touch points and the right actions associated with those touch points too. So that's how we made the Ant Food poster that I was playing around with before. So we also have a Bluetooth module, so we can take the same sticker. This time we press on a different module. There's no big battery pack and there's no speaker. There's just this little button here that you press that wakes it up, and when you press that little button, the light starts to flash. Hopefully you can see that. And then we have an app called Builder. So before I used the app called Player because I built an app, and this is how we build an app. You open the app called Builder, you click Apps, you click Plus, and you click Connect, and then you can see the poster that you've got there. We also have a website, and on the website you create an account, you upload your own animated GIFs and sounds, images, GIFs with transparent background and videos. And then when you click design in this app, you touch a touch point which lights up on the screen. You touch the one that's lit up, you press image plus, and if this is going to work properly, you then see the images in your folder that you've uploaded. So that's now an image associated with that touch point. You press audio and plus, and then you add in the audio. You can click another touch point and then add another image. So we'll add another image and another sound. And then when you go back again, you click background image and you add your background image and back, and then you click test. And now when you touch the touch points,
it's time to jam. It's time to jam.
It will play the sounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm so cold.
And trigger those animations. And so that's how we build an app. And you can also make those sounds so that they're quantized, so that they're in specific channels, so only certain sounds will play at the right time. So you could create a background image that's maybe of Earth, and when you touch different touch points, animated data could come up, some animated image could come up that reveals something else, and there could be some kind of voiceover will say something. And what you do is you then click save to save that app and link. And then when you open our player app, the MAC address that was saved of this is saved with that app in the server. And so when player opens, it scans for the device, detects the MAC address, pulls down the app from our app store, and then someone else will have that experience of that thing that you created. So what we've really tried to do is make it very easy, so you don't need to mess about with any conductive ink, you don't need to solder, you don't need to do any electronics, you don't need to do any coding if you don't want to, and you can focus on being creative. You can focus on just adding a sticker, control module, using some software tools that add the right output to the right touch points, focus on creating your graphic, and just think about being creative and about how you want to show some kind of experience to someone. That reminds me, we worked with someone, an intern a couple of years ago, and she made something that I thought was really beautiful, and so I'll play a quick video of that. Oh, when I first saw what she'd created, it made me feel so happy, it made me cry. I really liked it. I just thought that she'd made something that was really beautiful, and it just shows that, you know, she's not an engineer, so she was able to just, you know, use the toolkit that we'd created. She had an idea in her head, and she made that happen. Also, those things I was messing around with were the sounds from Bootsy Collins, and Bootsy asked me a few weeks ago to make something for him, and which I did. So we got a pizza box, and we did a design that said Bootsy Radio, and we made a poster of Bootsy, and we added in those sounds. And I just did that here. I just used our stickers, our control modules, and our tools, and I made those. And then he asked me to FedEx those things to Jimmy Fallon, and that was a couple of weeks ago. And then, to my surprise, I think 2 Fridays ago, Jimmy Fallon opened his show and he showed the things that we created, which is really awesome. You know, just to use these things to create something that then got shown to millions of people, which is kind of fun. So I'll show you that.
Hey guys, before we start the show tonight, it's going to be a fun one, an interesting one. We asked our friend Bootsy Collins if he wanted to do anything for our show, just because we were a fan of Bootsy. Here's something he came up with. Him and his friend Dr. Kate Stone, they invented this thing. So if you just press it now and then, you just hear
jingle jangle. Looks like you got a ring on the bell, Funketeer.
So anyways, Bootsy is going to be in our show tonight. Also, we got a call.
Anyway, yeah, that was a really fun thing to do. So again, my name's Kate Stone. My company's called Novalia, and my team and I have been working for many years trying to make the ability to add touch sensitivity to everyday objects using conductive ink be something that's really easy to do with a sticker, a circuit board, and some simple tools. So it would be fun if any of you want to go to our website and get any of the materials, or just be inspired with doing this yourself with some conductive ink and with some other electronics. And I'm happy to help anyone with any ideas or tips or anything if anyone wants to know any more details. So thanks for listening to me, and it's been really wonderful to share with you some of what I do.